1, 2, is this on?
In wrestling, a signature pose should be easily recognizable.
Rest in peace.
The best poses are ones that fans and other wrestlers can easily imitate.
Logan Paul looking to end it.
So today, we'll run through some of the most famous as we look at 10 poses wrestling people love to repeat. The Rock was the undisputed champion of the people, and in honor of holding this title, the Great One gifted in return the People's Elbow and the People's Eyebrow.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
The Rock is said to have drawn inspiration for the eyebrow from Gil Hayes, who Rock watched as a fan growing up back when Hayes worked for the Polynesian Pro Wrestling. Hayes would certainly lift his eyebrow during his promos. The Rock then amplified this and made it his own.
The best damn Intercontinental champ there ever was.
The People's Eyebrow.
The eyebrow was just one of the many cool things the Brahma Bull did. It's often replicated with various degrees of success.
Can you smell what I'm cooking?
If you smell the Rock is cooking.
I've got the eyebrow. I am the Rock. That's the corporate eyebrow. That's the people's eyebrow.
But one thing is for sure, the People's Eyebrow could never be duplicated. No one could raise the eyebrow quite like The Rock.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Is cooking. Is cooking. Is cooking. Is cooking. Is cooking. Is cooking.
I guess it's true, JR!
From the moment the Hulkster made his entrance, he had the audience in the palm of his hands.
The roof's gonna blow!
Then, once he'd entertained the fans in the ring, it was time to send the people home happy. Hogan did this by performing each of his iconic poses. Hogan would show off the 24-inch pythons as the crowd ran wild.
Oh boy, I'd pay to see that, Jess.
You wish on your best day your body looked half as good as that.
It is a red and yellow party.
And they are! This crowd showing respect to Hogan!
Sometimes other wrestlers would join Hogan as they each got to pose with one of their childhood heroes.
Wow, look at this! It makes me feel so young to see Hogan, Cena!
If Hogan's taking shirts off, Daniel, just get out of the ring. Get out of the ring.
There were once Hulkamaniacs who loved to imitate the Hulkster, just like the fans of today and the future, as Hulkamania will live forever.
And then you're going to do all that and, you know, do the thing like that, how you do, and, you know, all that stuff. You do that, no problem.
The two sweet sign was adopted from the wolf salute, a hand gesture commonly used by Turkish nationalists. Sean Waltman once saw it being used by patrons in a bar and decided to adopt it as a symbol for the clique. The clique called the sign the Turkish wolf. However, it became more commonly known as the two sweet sign after Scott Hall and Kevin Nash joined the NWO. Since the symbol would often accompany the too sweet catchphrase anytime it was said.
Too sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
The too sweet sign quickly became one of wrestling's most iconic hand gestures, with fans throwing up the too sweet on a regular basis.
Looking back at the conclusion of the Kurt Hennig match,
the babyface offshoot of the New World Order then became known as the NWO Wolfpack, where we would continue to see the too sweet sign being used.
And this is the new music for the Wolfpack. So let's, I've been told, listen in.
You attached to it.
The symbol was later adopted by the Bullet Club in Japan, with the faction's key members AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Gallows, and Anderson also throwing up the too sweet sign once they came to the WWE, doing so as a tribute to the Clique and the NWO. Another of wrestling's most repeated hand gestures was that of the Four Horsemen.
Arn came up with the name one time. You know, one day on TV, he just said, you know, we're like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and he went like this.
It was considered the universal symbol of excellence in professional wrestling during the height of the Horsemen's run. As a heel stable, it was easy to hate the Horsemen as they flaunted their riches. But then again, that's what made them so cool. Fans could be regularly seen throwing up the four fingers in support.
They scored big with the fans.
That trademark Four Horsemen sign.
It truly is a magical moment. Anytime they're announced,
Dapper Enforcer.
you're not kidding.
the Horsemen ruled the wrestling world for a time, promoting a lifestyle most people could only dream of. It was hardly a gimmick, as the Horsemen did everything they said, from the private planes, to the designer clothes, to the expensive cars.
We are the studs in professional wrestling. The Horsemen are coming, and all the women go crazy.
All of this is what those 4 fingers symbolized.
The 4 Horsemen!
The Hardy Boys began to receive huge reactions in the year 2000. As the sound of their theme music got the fans out of their seat, the pistol pose became a signature part of their entrance. It was a pose the Hardys also used before performing high-risk aerial moves.
Devon on the table. Jeff Hardy. Don't do it, Jeff. Don't do it. Stop. He won't do the Hardy. He's crazy. On top. No. Get out. Oh my God. For God's sakes.
After splitting off as single stars, Jeff Hardy kept the pistols and incorporated it into a dance that became very popular.
And he's high-stepping. It's Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy!
There has never been a rock act that got any bigger ovation than we just heard for Jeff Hardy.
Females dug it, the guys dug it. They were what kids wanted to be.
The dance looks quite silly when anyone else tries it, especially other wrestlers.
The great one. He can dance as well. Square, 3 rock bottoms stood Austin in. Look at this dance. 260 plus. Mocking Jeff Hardy. I love it. Oh!
But when Jeff did it, it just worked. Jeff would continue to perform the pistol pose before many of his death-defying stunts.
Jeff Hardy said he was going to steal WrestleMania. You gotta be kidding me!
The Bloodline have established themselves as perhaps the most dominant wrestling faction of the last decade. It was rare to see them without championship gold, as they made their entrance in style. Their pyro and their spectacular theme music was accompanied by the signature ones pose.
Give it time.
In last man standing.
The Bloodline projected an aura that the crowd just wanted to be a part of. Fans acknowledged the group by also throwing up their wands into the sky.
Blood. It was a bloodline. Roman Reigns has been a world champion. The Usos. Tonight, Jimmy and Jay beating the New Day to kick off the show.
It's almost 0, but yeah, there is a chance.
Crowds were overjoyed to see the Bloodline in their city.
Pittsburgh! Bloodline is now in your city! Cincinnati, Ohio! The Bloodline is now in your city! Grand Rapids! The Bloodline is now in your city!
When it comes to famous wrestling poses, then look no further than Shawn Michaels' legendary bicep flex and bent knee stance.
The girls are going crazy over Shawn Michaels. Listen to that song, that could be the next #1.
It evolved from his days with Sensational Sherry, later including Pyro and preceded by Shawn's patented twirl.
That mastodon whom we saw earlier, we know he's back there watching him.
He's here.
The fireworks.
It's easily adaptable with other famous poses such as that of Diesel and Triple H.
And as we said, Shawn Michaels looks like to be in amazing condition.
It's yet another example of where the man makes the pose, as it just fit perfectly with Michaels' flamboyant persona, but that didn't stop others from trying to be just like the Heartbreak Kid.
Proud of himself. This is Shawn Michaels, and that's the original.
Very impressive. Look at this. Look at the physique.
You think you can tell me what to do?
The phenomenal AJ Styles!
Absolutely disgusting.
Between the eye roll and the throat slash, The Undertaker had some of wrestling's most recognizable poses and taunts. They were so iconic, fans just loved to imitate them.
For The Undertaker!
Rest in peace.
As as did the wrestlers by either mocking the dead man.
You know, the eyes all back.
Oh, man, I'm just...
Now Walton's feeling. Wait a minute. What? That's what the Undertaker does. More insult.
Or paying homage to the Phenom.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
This is a great costume party.
It's a testament to how great of an impact Taker has left on the industry, given how much he's universally loved and respected by fans and wrestlers alike.
Rest in peace.
It's legit scary. I can't stress that enough.
Randy Orton's entrance pose has been synonymous with his career. It's changed slightly down the years due to Orton not being able to extend his arms out because of past shoulder injuries. Nevertheless, it's easily identifiable and unmistakably iconic.
This guy is a 1 in a million, JR. The World Heavyweight Champion. Fireworks at ECW? You kidding? Talk about out of place.
It's a pose that wrestlers in particular like to imitate.
What has Randy Orton done since he's been back on Raw? Do this? The hell is this?
He does this a lot.
That's pretty good.
Seth.
And now mocking Orton.
A little bit of a history with these gentlemen. Oh, mocking Randy Orton is Kevin Owens.
Ford in with a beautiful drop kick. We're talking about next level.
Oh, yeah. Just like Randy.
I think Riddle might need a few more abs.
Orton's pose has also made it into the mainstream in the form of a sports celebration.
Touchdown, Jordan Smallwood.
Eddie Guerrero's classic Latino Heat shimmy is one of wrestling's most recognizable and beloved poses.
Latino Heat. Driving in on his lowlight. Give me a little shimmy, man. I know you can do it. Come on.
Eddie rocked his shoulders back and forth with an infectious smile on his face. The fans absolutely loved him.
It's a different kind of high tonight.
Eddie is someone who wrestlers frequently pay tribute to, often by performing his famous dance.
This is great. This crowd chanting Eddie, Eddie. Oh.
It is heating up in Louisville.
No doubt that will infuriate his father, Rey Mysterio.
Logan Paul looking to end it off. Oh, and he lands it.
For Vega, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero.
A quick shimmy of the arms and the fans are immediately reminded of Latino Heat. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our similar video on 10 iconic opening lines that hype up the fans. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.